Hello, this is Chris Clark, and my case study is on hybrid teacher leaders, also known as HTL, and the new professional development ecology, written in 2012 by our very own esteemed Dr. Margolis. This study looked at the ways that HTLs navigated and shaped the change-oriented professional development environment and under what conditions did the teacher support the leader and reciprocally the leader spark the teacher in efficient and effective ways. The study's goals were observe the social dynamics of HTLs seeking to impact their colleagues' teaching practices, determine the impact of HTLs on the local professional landscape and school ecology by utilizing the skill sets already within the campus to lead them from within and utilize the relationships rather than contract from outside for PD and coaching of teachers, ascertain the relative benefits for the growth of teachers while creating formalized positions where an educator is both teacher and leader of teachers. Across the 2 years of the research, 6 HTLs were studied across 4 Washington state districts. The districts were a variety of sizes and social-economic populations and representative of the state population. Year 1 group HTLs were working in a 50-50% split with half-time teaching and half-time leading. In Year 2 group were in a 20-80% leading split, teaching and leading split. Despite the percentage differences, the analysis patterns were the same between the 2 HTL groups. Data was taken in many different manners, interviews, focus groups, etc. Reporting in this paper were the results from 3 teachers from Year 1. Melissa, the battle between large inspirations and local limitations. She had started as a teacher, more recently as a coach, and now half co-teach, half HTL. She struggled mostly with managing time. Another hurdle for her was she rarely directly modeled for other teachers, neither in her own or their classroom. She also shared that she had received really negative feedback about timing and logistics. On a positive note, Melissa made quick transitions between speaking as a coach and speaking as a teacher, one moment encouraging and scheduling visits, and the next sharing lesson plans. She commented how her hybrid position had given her more credibility in her coaching activities with full-time teaching staff members. Rob was always on the run. Rob had an ongoing struggle defining his role and using his coaching time in the best way. He sometimes ended up doing admin duties like testing, evaluating curriculum, facilitating initiatives, etc., which left him unavailable and distressed for the HTL role. When Dr. M asked him how he was doing, he said, "I've been running everywhere." With the complexities of the HTL role, Rob felt he couldn't catch up. The positive side of HTL, by mid-year, he was modeling in classrooms more than any other HTL. Rob continued to hold his deep belief in the benefits of collaborating to share teaching ideas and his desire to work one-on-one with teachers. Karen, the work is too hard to do alone. Karen knew establishing a clear line when in the classroom coaching was essential because the HTL needed to feel invited into the teachers' classrooms. She is quoted as saying, "We need to preserve that trust. These are things we all need to work on." Karen later shared that with Dr. M that learning walks frequently led to those aha moments that revealed classroom connections and commonalities. She also said there are benefits of modeling since many of us are going through the same thing. Karen shared the typical HTL hybrid frustrations of lack of time and balance, not being able to do as much as you want. Here are some pros and cons of HTL from this study. Positively, we have provides modeling opportunities, on-site PD is available daily, potential to work with all teachers, bridge to connect teachers to admin, credibility with teachers, distributive leadership duties shared between admin and HTL. On the negative side, we have unclear roles and not clear on how leadership is distributed, can cause harm with teacher relationships, time stress and time wasted, caught between admin and teachers, quasi-administrative role, HTL avoided some teachers and retreated into their own classroom. This quote's in the article about HTL's support to teachers from Intrator and Kunzman in 2009. Relayed in the present tense, the message becomes no only have I been there, but I am there on a regular basis. And this quote's from the article. It speaks in support of HTL position within the school settings. Having teachers available daily to publicly experiment with and model instruction reforms may be one of the most strategic and cost-effective ways to root school improvement resources allocated in actual work with teachers and students in classrooms. The aspect of trust and relationships is a powerful tool that has in the past been extremely undervalued. I myself was in a role similar to an HTL model for 2 years in San Antonio, Texas, 1999 to 2001. I experienced almost all of the responses stated in the study, and it was my first toe in the water of administrative type duties, one of the formative experiences that I relish. In conclusion, the big picture, can HTLs work? The study supports HTLs with these suppositions. Specific intent for each role, including teachers, HTLs, and administrators. Each one should stay in their lane, so to speak. Explicit job descriptions for HTLs need to be determined and defined so that the quasi-administration field is no longer an issue. HTLs need to have expectations for themselves and teachers so they can have reciprocal relationships. No one gets an exemption. Expectations and supports identified. This could be use of timelines, goal sheets, something aligned to the curriculum calendar, many ideas to support both teachers and HTLs. I believe that this form of distributive leadership is a valuable tool to utilize within campuses and districts. Heck and Hallinger in 2010 and Daniels et al. In 2018 have written similar work supporting a comparable model of transformative shared distributive leadership that under particular constructs can be a contributing factor to teacher growth, leading to more student success. And lastly, someone will get to bring the match to light the spark and watch how this takes off within the synergy of the campus. Thank you for your time.